are Locked On Red Sox, your daily Boston Red Sox podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
And here we go. How about 10 in a row? How about 7 straight wins at Fenway Park? How about now a season high 53-45, 8 games over 500 with 4 days off for the All-Star break. Everything going right for the Red Sox. With that, we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer and storyteller. Was once part of a 3-person front office in the minor leagues. Yeah, my minor league days. And that 3-person front office that I was a part of the name change as we changed the team name from the Batavia Clippers to the Batavia Muck Dogs way back in 1997, 1998. Go Muck Dogs. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Our Locked On Red Sox postcast also available on the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, available wherever you get your podcast. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, 10 straight wins. That's what we're going to be discussing. Brayan Bello, solid. Bullpen got the job done. All-star closer Aroldis Chapman locked it down in the 9th inning by striking out all 3 batters that he faced. And a little 2-out magic. Trevor Story, Cedon Rafaela, part of a 3-run inning in the 6th for the Red Sox. How about that 3rd inning? We're going to talk about that top half, bottom half as well. Latest episode of the Locked On Red Sox postcast, sponsored by Game Time. Download the Game Time app. Create your account. Use code LOCKEDONMLB, and you're going to receive $20 off on your first purchase. You know it. We want to hear. We want audience participation. We want to hear from you, the Royal Rooters. It's encouraged, and it's become expected, and we love it. We want to hear from our everydayers and our first-timers. Hit the comment button. If you're with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, you can also continue the Red Sox and baseball conversation. Give me a follow on the X at Lennox on Baseball. So the Red Sox looking for a series sweep. Bello against Pepio. And the Red Sox simply take care of business. Sweep their 3rd straight series, 5th on the season, 4 of those at home. Just enough offense, right, throughout the course of this series. Just enough. Here, there, got some offense, and just everything right now for the Red Sox going in the right direction. I want to get this right here. There we go. I think everything is squared away there. But 10 in a row. And really, if you think about it, I said this on Saturday, and I'll say it again on Sunday.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Not only the fact that we're talking about 10 straight wins for the Red Sox, Crochet, Bregman, Chapman, all going to the All-Star game. Major League Baseball is going to be talking an awful lot about the Red Sox in the coming days because they've won 10 in a row. Scoreboard watching, last look, Cubs were up on the Yankees. Blue Jays, West Sacramento against the A's to close out before the All-Star break, so you can scoreboard watch into the evening hours. You can pay attention to the MLB draft that takes place tonight in Atlanta with the first 3 rounds and the first of, I think, 4 picks on this Sunday night for the Red Sox, number 15. That's their first. And I'll just say this about the draft. Kyle Teal and Montgomery the last 2 years, both involved in the Crochet deal. Both of them slipped out of the top 10. So maybe the Red Sox have their eyes on another guy. I'd like to see go the pitching route this time around, especially the college route. We'll see. But anyway, moving on from that. Brayan Bello. Bello's solid. Another solid outing. You know, goes the distance last time out, 6 1/3, 1 earned run, no walks, 5 strikeouts. Wilson got the final 2 outs in that 7th inning. And then Garrett Whitlock. I'm going back and forth still in my mind right now, but Whitlock in the 8th inning struck out Jonathan Aranda. Yandy Diaz reaches with a single. Jake Mangum, who has plenty of base hits this season against the Red Sox with a base hit. 2 on, 1 down. So Josh Lowe coming to the plate. And Lowe reaches on the fielder's choice. And then with 2 down and still 2 on, Whitlock strikes out Junior Caminero to end the inning. 2 left on base. Caminero in the All-Star home run derby on Monday night at Atlanta at Truist Park, struck out, left 2 on. He was the tying run. And that, to me, that's the at-bat of the game. Or it's Trevor Story with the 2-out magic, that in the 6th inning. Story, first pitch swinging, attacked it, drilled it off the green monster, 2-out RBI single. That scored Roman Anthony, who doubled with 1 out. Anthony's now hit safely in 9 in a row. And Cedar Rafaela has hit safely in 10 in a row because after Story gave him a 2-1 lead in that 6th inning, Cedar Rafaela, a home run, a 2-run shot to make it 4-1. Again, he's hit safely in 10 straight. Cedar Rafaela, by the way, Story after that RBI single, running first pitch, steals second, number of the day, 16 of 16 in stolen base attempts. And Story throughout this series, doing a terrific job, had the play on Friday night, deep in the hole, jumped in the air, got the out at first base. I think that was in the 8th inning. And came in on numerous choppers towards short. Chandler Simpson, guy who puts the ball in play, got him a couple of times. Story plays a terrific, well above average shortstop position. So Cedar Rafaela with that home run. I think I go at bat of the day with Caminero striking out against Whitlock, the tying run at the plate in the 8th inning to end that frame and strand 2 runners on base. But Cedar Rafaela puts the cherry on top of the ice cream sundae as he delivers the hot fudge ice cream sundae, by the way. He delivers with a 2-run home run, 10-game hit streak. Last 15 games. It goes beyond just this current 10-game hit streak. But again, 2 more RBIs. I think RBIs now in 8 of 9. But last 15 games, I've got this down, double-checked it multiple times. 14 extra base hits, 6 home runs, and 18 runs batted in now over his last 15. And I'll do it right here because I hate making mistakes on our numbers of the day. They should be right. We're giving you numbers. The Red Sox are now 8-2 on the season against the Tampa Bay Rays. You sweep them. One more series against the Rays. That's in September in Tampa, Florida. And First Nesson reference, Dave O'Brien, Lou Merloni, 100% on board. Just because the Rays got swept in this series doesn't mean they're just going away. They're scuffling right now. Okay. And you took advantage of that. But this is a very good team. You faced Rasmussen, Taj Bradley, Shane Baz on Saturday, Ryan Pepio on Sunday. Baz and Pepio deserve better. But the Rays, they're scuffling. 4 wins now in their last 16 games. But the Red Sox are 8-2 on the season. This is where I screwed up a number yesterday, and I apologize. 8 wins for the Red Sox now on the season against the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays in those 8 losses have scored a total of 16 runs. And now we know what's on the other side. We've been talking about it for a while. 9 of the first 12 are on the road. You've got the Cubs starting next Friday at Wrigley Field. Then you've got 3 in Philadelphia. And Lou Merloni sort of tagged it at the end today to say, hey, we know what's coming up. You've got the NL Central Division leading Chicago Cubs, 3 at Wrigley. Not an easy place to win. That starts next Friday. Then 3 in Philadelphia. The Phillies right now, nip and tuck with the Mets in the NL East. And then you've got the Dodgers leading the way in the NL West. They've scuffled of late. Just ended a losing streak on Saturday night against the Giants. And then you've got a couple series there against the Astros as well. So you notice that, wow, that's a really tough schedule. They've got one, or if not the hardest schedule the rest of the way. 64 games left in the Major League Baseball regular season through the end of September. But what Lou Merloni said was, hey, you take notice of that hard schedule after the All-Star break, but teams have also, again, they're going to be talking about the Red Sox over the next 3 days, 2 days, really. You've got Wednesday and Thursday All-Star game in Atlanta on Tuesday night. But they're going to be talking about the Boston Red Sox winners of 10 in a row going into the break. The hottest team in baseball right now. That's how you can characterize the Boston Red Sox. But to get to 90 wins, you're now 8 games over 500 with this 10-game win streak. That's a season-high watermark, 8 games over 500. The magic number is not necessarily 90, 85, 86, 87 for one of the 3 wild card spots, but now you're sort of in the mix. You're right there. You could be one back of the Yankees if they lose to the Cubs today in the Bronx at Yankee Stadium. You're one back for that top wild card spot. That means a lot. But also, what you're looking at on the horizon is winning the division, because that's very much there for the Red Sox. Now, win the division, I think you need 90 or more. To get to 90 victories, you need 37 wins over the final 64. That's 37 and 27 the rest of the way. I double-checked it. I triple-checked it. 90 wins plus to win the division. 85 wins plus to have a wild card? Can you end the season 18 games over 500? because you have to play 10 over 500 the rest of the way once you get underway on Friday. Again, I apologize for the number of the day yesterday being wrong. I hate that, but we move on. Move on from your mistakes so you don't make the next one. How about the extra base hits? Last number of the day. Then we're going to get into you on the other side. 2 more doubles and a home run from Rafaela on Sunday in a 4-1 victory. 78 extra base hits over the last 15 games. Again, double and triple checked it before I gave it to you today, but I had it right. 78 extra base hits over the last 15 games. It's up and down the lineup right now. This is a stretch where the Red Sox are playing terrific baseball. And this is not just a 10-game win streak. You're now 21-9 over your last 30 and 24-11 over your last 35. So this is a month plus now. Really at the beginning of June, as Trevor Story and the Red Sox really turn the page on May, the Red Sox have been grinding. Yes, there was that that losing streak in there. But overall, everything going right. Bello solid. Worked again. Doing his job, getting his innings, and there's just a different demeanor. It's not, he's got a great smile. He had the smile in the dugout after his day was over. But there's just a little tinge of when he's thinking about it. When he's thinking about, oh no, let's not have this go south and snowball on us. Walker Buehler's sort of got that look right now, but he's trying to work out of it. Trade deadline coming up. Everything going right now for the Red Sox, who have won 10 straight games. Is it hard to believe right now? No, it's not, because this is happening for this team. Everything as we started June of last year, potential's there, all these different things. What's it going to look like when the trade deadline expires on July 31? We don't know right now. We can speculate. There's a lot to think about. But they're in a great spot right now. Absolutely great spot. Okay, I'm done. We get into you next. Locked On Red Sox postcast, 10 in a row. Some of you apparently have long memories, or at least you've got me on the ropes right now. And I might have a couple of sleepless nights over the course of this All-Star break, and I only have one person to blame, and that's myself. Talk about that next as well, because I've already previewed a couple of the comments, and right off the top, you guys are thinking about it. It's going to be bad for you. Embarrassing maybe for me, yes. Bad for you. Locked On Red Sox postcast presented by Game Time. Red Sox again, winners of 10 straight games. Home next against the Dodgers. That, I think, the 25th through 27th of July. The first 6 out of the All-Star break on the road, Chicago and Philadelphia. Again, Locked On Red Sox postcast presented by Game Time. Hey, we've all been there. Logging on early, waiting forever for concert tickets to go on sale, only to lose your spot for a show you've been dying to see. Live music should be about making memories, not dealing with the stress of ticket shopping. That's where Game Time comes in. Game Time makes getting concert tickets faster and easier than ever. Prices actually go down and drop as you get closer to showtime for a concert. And you can save up to 60% off with their killer last-minute deals. Tired of endless scrolling? Trying to find the best deal? Game Time Zone Deals picks the best seats in your section for you. Ever wonder, how are we going to view our seats? What are they going to look like when we buy our seats? Well, no more. No, that's not a problem anymore. You can see where you're sitting before you purchase your seat. The app shows you a panoramic seat view, so there are no surprises. With Game Time, the price you see is the price you pay. No hidden fees, worried about what happens if plans change. The Game Time guarantee has your back with cancellation protection and more. Take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets and show tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONMLB, and you're going to receive $20 off on your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All righty, let's get into this. Who is our leadoff hitter as we discuss the Red Sox winning their 10th in a row and completing a series sweep against the Tampa Bay Rays? It is Jeff. Cedon is a beast, incredible run. Hosted MLB Game Night with Lindsey Crosby Friday into Saturday, and somebody brought up, would you take Cedar Rafaela or Julio Rodriguez of the Seattle Mariners? It's Cedar Rafaela, right? Both it's a great comp, but Cedar Rafaela, I think, is just scratching the surface. And as Ethan has reminded me recently, hey, you wanted him in the minors. Yeah, I did earlier in the season. And there have been teams who have sent guys like that down to the minors when they're just not producing. But he's produced defensively in center field. Let's talk about that for just a moment here. Let's talk about that third inning for just a moment, because Cedar Rafaela was involved. Top of the third inning, right? Top of the third inning, Bello on the mound. 2 outs, Simpson, infield base hit. Aranda barely hit by a pitch, but hit by a pitch. Yandy Diaz single to center field. Looked like a great inning-ending catch by Cedar Rafaela. Ball pops out of his glove. It's right there. Reaches over to his side, picks up the baseball, fires to third base, and they get the runner Aranda at third. And they finally got the camera view from behind home plate. What is Chandler Simpson doing? That guy should score easily on that play as time unfolded. Instead, he gave up on the play, rounded third base, thought the ball was caught, back to the play, and then all of a sudden they're yelling at him, run to home. They got the out. Bregman applied the tag before that run scored. Then in the bottom of the third inning, Meyer leadoff double. He's at third base with 2 down. They throw down to third base, interference, obstruction on the third baseman Caminero, and Meyer comes in to score. When you're the Rays and you're scuffling and you're on the verge of being swept in the series, Chandler Simpson needs to be busting it. There's 2 outs. You come all the way to the plate. He got around third, started veering towards the dugout thinking inning's over. Grab my hat, grab my glove, head out to center field. That can't happen. It can't. And credit to Cedar Rafaela for doing a great job heads-up play. Now, I think, I mentioned it the other night when he went after a ball in left center field. He was shaded over towards the right center field alley, couldn't catch up to a ball that was tailing away from him, slammed his glove against the green monster wall. He wanted to make that catch. He really did. Didn't happen. That's okay. Maine Dano, start warming up the vocal cords. There we go. Maine Dano, could you possibly just forget what I said? Real quick reference, a few days ago, I said, hey, if they get the win streak to 11 in a row, that would be the opener, and it's on the table. That would be the opener if they win the opener against the Cubs next Friday at Wrigley Field. My wife says work with our son, maybe work with his vocal coach, all those different things. That's not going to happen. But I think take me out to the ball game might be my choice. I know Dirty Water, Tessie, and we'll see from there. Maine Dano, how many homers? Cedar last 10? 5. Got it right here. I think 5 home runs in the month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 home runs now. 5 home runs in the month of July, but I gave you the numbers earlier on him. Last 15 games have been terrific. 14 extra base hits, 6 home runs, 18 runs batted in. And Trevor Story, last 15 games, 17 runs batted in. So again, it's up and down this lineup. Roman Anthony, again, showing you a beautiful swing. Marcelo Meyer, playing second base. I thought when Bregman got a hit late, they might go to a pinch runner. Did not happen. So Maine Dano, Rafaela's stretch. You say last 10. The 15-game stretch I gave you there as well. This is going on a few weeks now for him. Big BIG. Haven't felt this good since 2018. The last time they won 10 in a row, right, BIG? Almost wish there wasn't an all-star break. Yeah. So we could keep this train motoring, dirty water on repeat. You take this all-star break, just like you would take a rain out. You take a rain out when you can get it. You take an off day when you can get it, when it's 162 games from March through the end of September. Alley Bats, this is the team we're supposed to be, 100%. 100% Alley Bats. Enjoy your all-star break. Matthew, Sox fan from New Orleans, enjoying this stretch. Absolutely should be. Across the board. All-star break is here. They're gone, right? They're out of the clubhouse. They're on their way. They're hitting planes. They're hitting, some guys staying local. I believe Lucas Giolito is staying local. The Geist Life. Hey, Rays. That's for Steve Irwin. Go Sox. Okay. All right there. The Geist Life. Break out the brooms once again. Third straight sweep against the Nationals. Well, they're a horrible team. Against the Rockies. Well, they're the worst team in baseball. Against the Rays. Well, they're scuffling of late. Too bad. Brooms are out. Atom Bomb right there with the brooms right on cue. Carlos, how sweet it is, baby. Exclamation points times 5. Great sweep. or 10 straight. Brooms, I don't know if it was the chicken tendies or Whitlock that almost killed me, but I got wild there for a minute. Go Sox. Yeah, Whitlock got out of the jam. And that's what you want, right? Alley Bats. Carlos, you've earned a 5-day chicken rest. Yeah, Carlos trying to go, Wade Boggs. Wade Boggs chicken every day. And it wasn't always fried, I don't believe, for Wade Boggs. But Carlos, mixing a different protein in there. Red Sox die hard. It's Red Sox euphoria. Ethan, I told you so. Craig Breslow probably. Yeah. Cora and Breslow both, Ethan. And to our Royal Rooters, both. We feel this is a winning team. Out of spring training, after the trade with San Francisco, where Rafi Devers went from Boston to San Francisco and got off the plane. It's a handful of Sundays now, right? But yeah, Breslow believed it. I mean, think about Jonah Hill in the movie Moneyball. Do you believe in this? Can we be better? If we do this and we have this in the lineup, think Carlos Pena, think Scott Hatteberg. These guys come to the ballpark believing. Craig Breslow's job every day is, how do we make this team better? How do I make Alex Cora's job better? And the players right now making everyone look smart. And the players right now showing what a lot of people thought. Great expectations, high expectations for this team. And now you're right there. You're right there for this division. A few weeks ago, you were looking up at just about everybody and you were wondering, are the Orioles going to catch us in the division? Say it on the bomb, Rafaela, Red Sox die hard. Aaron checking in. Wow, we get a sweep on the back of Rafaela. What a series he had. What a way to end this first half. Get ready to sing. I will over the next couple of days. And I'm warning you right now, I've already told you, it's going to be bad. I hope it doesn't go viral. It shouldn't. Let's take me out to the ball game. 3 sweeps, Bello going deep. George White checking in. Thank you, George. Sweet Caroline. I'm not singing Sweet Caroline. There's no way in the world, if that's what you're asking for, Red Sox Die Hard. I don't have it. Big Steve, can we get an update on batting average with runners in scoring position on this win streak? A lot of timely hitting right now. I will work on that. They've been better, right? The 3 runs you got, Story, and then a 2-run home run by Rafaela, all with 2 outs. I'll work on that. This feels so good. Boston Red Sox die hard. It really does. Honestly nervous, this from Ethan, honestly nervous that the All-Star break is going to stop our momentum. Well, you're going to be off for 4 days. And again, if you drop 2 out of 3 at Wrigley, but come back and win 2 out of 3 in Philadelphia, and you go 3-3 on that trip, that's fine. But win one of the series, right? Win the series. You've swept 3 straight series. That's well above exceeding expectations. So they're not going to sweep every single series. We know that. But the expectation should be going into Friday, let's take 2 out of 3. And you've got it set up. Giolito, Bello, Crochet. That's going to be the rotation for the first 3 out of the All-Star break. Alley Bats. I live in Texas. If you're going to live in Texas, got to have a fiddle in the band. There you go. I'm done. I did it. No. We'll do it. If they win 11 in a row, I'll sing something. But that's from Alabama, right? Allie, you got to know that one. When the Rangers and Astro fans ask me for an update at work, you know we're on to something. I like it. I like it a lot. Keep Austin weird, by the way, Allie. Not sure if you're in the Austin area, but down there a few years ago for the Longhorn Network, and love Austin, Texas. Love Dallas, too. Baconator with the microphones, I believe. Baconator again. Can't wait. Yeah. Yes, you can, really. Cancel the All-Star break, Thunder Road. Yeah, they deserve this. It's much deserved. 4 days off. And just continue on the stretch. It can continue. Don't be going out there with very little faith. Have faith in this right now and enjoy it. 413 Finest, first time here. Welcome in. Now time to rest and keep it going. 413 Finest, appreciate it. Much appreciated. Thank you. Michael, let's bleeping go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Get the dustpans, the broom. Got it done. Ethan, I moved to San Francisco 10 days ago. The Red Sox are 10-0 since then. I must have been the player to be named later in the Devers deal. Carlos, Ethan, Allie, I have it right there. Allie Bats, you guys are making me crack up today. Jordan checking in. Sedan is El Rey. He's the king. I like it. I like that. My question is from is it Gomez Z or Gomez Games? Gomez Z, it's got to be. My question is, will the All-Star break hurt the Red Sox or propel them with the upcoming gauntlet of a schedule? Only time will tell, and I'm not trying to duck out of that one. If they win 4 out of 6 against the Cubs and Phillies and Chicago and Philadelphia, then they just continue it. But again, 3-3 on the first trip out of the break, you've got some equity here built up. Again, they're not going to sweep every series. They're going to drop 4 out of 5 here somewhere. Maybe it is during the upcoming road trip. But it doesn't mean all of a sudden, as they've gone up, remember the Price is Right? The guy finally goes over the hill or over the top, goes up, and then falls off. This is the Red Sox. You lose a couple of games here out of the All-Star break, it's not the end of the world. It's not doom and gloom. But again, this isn't just a 10-game win streak. This is going now 30-plus games. So, again, can you play 10 over 500 to get to 90 wins? Gave you it earlier. 37-27 over the final 64. That gets you to 90 wins. Thunder Road, long-term listener from the UK, Steve. Absolutely love listening to you and the Royal Rooters. Hashtag Sox Nation. Thunder Road, appreciate it. Outstanding. Thanks for the follow on the X at Lennox on Baseball as well. There's a UK fan group, and there was a woman. I didn't get her name. They interviewed her. Tom Caron, I believe, interviewed her in the stands. That's a great following. And she was there was a woman. I don't know if she had friends and family with her or not, but she was at Fenway during this homestand against the Rockies and against the Rays. And so Thunder Road, tell your friends about us in the UK. And, maybe we could put something together down the road as well. Michael, what a great day to be a Red Sox fan. Beautiful. Couple more. Michael, even Wong got a base hit. And keep in mind, this Rays team is a tough one. I appreciate you bringing that up. Yes. Connor Wong did have a base hit in this game. Had a single in the 5th inning. And was that his second at bat of the game? Because Wong was 0 for 11, still 0 for 28 with runners in scoring position now. Had an at bat early in the game. I'm wondering if they do something to fill Connor Wong as the backup catcher to Carlos Narvaez, because he hasn't hit. As the manager said to Billy Chaplin for love of the game, Billy, he hasn't hit, and he hasn't hit for a while. He hasn't hit all season. And I did notice when Wong reached with a single that the fans gave him, that they know where he's at right now. Connor Wong knows better than anybody where he's at right now, and it has not been a good season. Got that one from Michael. Got that one from Thunder Road. LOL Ethan, that from Michael, in case you didn't see it. Aaron, the Red Sox sweep, get ready to sing. Yes, we've touched on that. Just checking in, that from Jules. Welcome in. We'll see y'all on Friday after this one wraps up here momentarily. Rusty's 95. Wait, we just swept the Rays as well, right? Yeah, that was a sweep of the Rays. So the ones who said, well, let's see what they do against the winning team. Well, you just saw what they did against the winning team. 8-2 now against the Rays on the season. Stan Poppy 33 checking in for the first time. Why do we need a number 2 starter when we have 2? I have no problem if Craig Breslow goes out there and it's not only for 25, but if you can get a legit, I'm not saying Giolito and Bello are not legit, but just deep in the rotation. If you want to go out and add a Joe Ryan, and then you can say you have 3 2A number 2 starters, I'm fine with that. Michael, Steve, the way things are going, you are more than likely going to have to sing, my friend. Hey, 11 in a row? I'll take it. It's not a problem. It's just going to be embarrassing for me, and you are not going to. I mean, if we're going to rate it out of 10, you're going to give a 0. There's no other score to give. Kenneth, does this winning streak affect what Breslow will or won't do at the trade deadline? Craig Breslow is going to do. This is how I say it. I'm not coming down. I'm not coming down on Kenneth here. But are they going to be buyers or sellers at the trade market? That can go for a whole bunch of teams around Major League Baseball. I'm tired of that narrative. Craig Breslow has a job to do. It's to get this team better, both for 2025 and beyond. So, yeah, I think it doesn't change anything. He should be going out there. Now, it better be better than last year at the trade deadline because that was a great big dud. So he's talked about it. Hey, we're knocking on doors. We're texting, emailing, and phone calls, all that stuff, Pony Express, all those different things. We're checking in on teams that might want to give up one of their top pitchers, one of their top starting pitchers. There's certain guys, went back and forth, Nittany Lion, Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, on the comment section when we haven't been live. Joe Ryan, I'd consider Jarren Duran. Zach Gallen, Arizona Diamondbacks, no. You don't have to give up Jarren Duran in those trades. Yankees lost one back game. Jeff, thank you for that. One game back from the Evil Empire. Yeah, and if the Jays lose, things get tighter in the division as well. Red Sox diehard, duh, Yankees lose. Jules, stop worrying about the New York Yankees. Yeah, you can. Jules, just keep winning. Couple more. Red Sox diehard. We got to come for Toronto now. 100% said that earlier. What I mean is that they're in the hunt for the division. Yes, Red Sox diehard. Boom. Is that Braden? Brad N? Seti, making an early case. We're well past the midpoint of the regular season, almost 100 games in, MVP. Hey, he's the MVP. He might be the player of the month for July. That might happen. WGW Network. Sox kid. There you go. Use my son's voice there. See about the sweep at Detroit. Jules. Matthew. Where you went to high school, me, Jesuit. There we go. I'm not sure about that one. Diva, this is from Zachary. Zachary, I believe, is a first-timer. He's got the, I believe that's the Alabama logo along with the Sox logo. Diva Devers, see ya later. Jeff, Cora managing the daily lineup with all this talent. Tough decision. So far, so good. Yeah, Willier's out of there today. One more. This is it. William, Steve, Nittany Lion here. There we go. I'm starting to think this team doesn't trade anyone, so my Ryan fixation is gone. Maybe focus on getting Eovaldi, Fitz, and mid-level specs. Yeah, it's possible. It's certainly possible there. Thank you, William. I feel like if you're going to go for it, swing for the fences. I don't want a walk, a 2-out walk like they did last year at the trade deadline. Hey, we got a couple of days off. I'm going to get my singing voice ready. If you want to give song suggestions, I'll listen to them. I'll humor you. But if they win their 11th straight on Friday out of the break, I'm really going towards take me out to the ball game. We're down for 4 days. All-star break for you, all-star break as well. Going to be visiting around Connecticut for a couple of days with my bride, with my wife, and going to enjoy that. So if you want to have song suggestions that maybe I sing a verse or two to, take me out to the ball game, I keep saying, because I can get through the whole song. I know the whole song. All right? I'm not going to embarrass myself by singing a Jimmy Buffett song. Dirty Water, I don't think that's even close to anything I can do. At Lennox on Baseball for song suggestions. So, out of the All-Star break, 1st of 3 against the Cubs at Wrigley, day baseball at Wrigley on Friday. Looking forward to that, as the Red Sox will be looking for an 11th straight win. Enjoy the Home Run Derby if you're into that Monday night. Enjoy the All-Star game on Tuesday as well. Hey, tip of the cap to you, our Royal Rooters. Tip of the cap to Game Time, our sponsor for our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. Locked On Red Sox postcast, number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your red-hot Red Sox every day.